Well, procrastination, the silent killer. Look where it's landed me. It's landed me here in jail. Why? Because I put procrastination off till last. Here, let me get my notes. All right. First of all, who procrastinates? You know what? Everyone procrastinates. People say, well, I have a problem with procrastination, or my son or daughter has a problem with procrastination. Guess what? Everybody has a difficult time with procrastination because everybody procrastinates. So the answer to the question is everyone. All right, secondly, what do we procrastinate? Well, guess what? We procrastinate things that we don't like. Things that are long, things that are boring, things that are complicated, things that we might think we have a difficult time with. That's what we procrastinate. So let me say this. Why do we procrastinate? You remember way back in the scene of my show, The Cooking Coach, when we were in the kitchen? What did I talk about? I talked about the concept of pain and pleasure as the two driving forces to all human behavior. We tend to go toward pleasure and we tend to move away from pain. In other words, what is that moving away process called? It's called procrastination. We put it off. Well, that brings us to Rule 47. Procrastination only becomes a problem when we procrastinate a priority. Did you put off a major assignment that's due and you knew it was due all along? Did you put off a paper? Did you put off doing your reading? Did you put off studying for a test? Those are the priorities in the academic game of school. Procrastination only becomes a problem when we procrastinate a priority. So at the bottom of your sheet, you're going to see this. Tips for beating procrastination. Let me get a little more comfortable here. Ow. Number one, just start. Why does Nike say just do it? Because starting is the most difficult part. Usually, if you get the body in motion, that body's going to stay in motion. Number two, plan your day and then execute your priorities. Remember when I taught you the lineup card? You have to plan your day every day and then execute those prioritized tasks. Next, break large jobs into small pieces and create deadlines. Remember, just having the task there isn't as important as having the deadline. Why? Because the deadline triggers the process. Use your windows of opportunity. You remember the master schedule? The open blocks? The windows of opportunity. The blocks of time that most people waste. Designate consistent amounts of time for study. You know, do a little bit on a frequent basis, as I've told you before. Don't study hard, study smart. Designate consistent amounts of time and then just do it daily. Do the uncomfortable things first. And you can see this isn't the most comfortable stuff to be in, but when you procrastinate, this is what you feel like. You feel like you're in jail. You feel like you're imprisoned. And last but not least, minimize interruptions. Why do they put people in a jail cell? To minimize their interruptions. Minimize your interruptions. Now, how do you do that? Well, it just depends on what your work area is. But you have to have focused study time. So, anyway, I hope you like the environment, or this is the tips on procrastination. So let's move to the next page. All right, you guys can come let me out now. Hey, don't run away. Hey, let me out of here. We got to get going. Okay, the joke's over, okay? Let me out of here. This stuff's getting tight, okay? Quit laughing. Let me out of here.